Hello coders, welcome to Day White School Day 16 session of Mastering in Spring Boot. So in this session we discuss on global exception handling in Spring Boot. Okay, so we can handle like validation exception. Okay, for example, some parameters required field, we need to throw that by using if else condition and throw keywords. But by using normal if else condition and throw keyword, we need to write lots of boilerplate code for this, so it not makes sense to in a real world application. So Spring provide a two important annotation. One is controller advisor and one is exception handler. Okay, so by using that two annotation, we can define our single global annotation and use that in our whole project. Okay, so let's try to implement this in our project for some scenarios. Okay, so let's go to IntelliJ. Okay, so we develop one service which is update block service. So in update block service, we defined various validation messages like blog id is required, title is required. Okay, so let's try to implement global exception for this. Okay, after that just give one more, just create one class. The class name is like global exception. Okay, after creating a global exception class, first annotation is a controller advisor. Okay, so after creating controller advisor, we need to create one method. Okay, that will be used for throwing a validation error. So let's create a public the return type is like response entity, and in this response entity, let's return our Day by School a response class. After that, just give some method like handling validation exception. Okay, so handling validation exception. Okay, so our class is ready. Okay, after that we need to use exception handler controller. So in this exception handler, we need to pass our custom exception or predefined exception. For example, in this we passing method argument not valid exception class. Okay, after that after passing this, we need to pass this same exception over there. Okay, let's pass this. Okay, and just after passing this, okay, so let's create an object of our dbs a response entity class, because we need to return that. Okay, so after creating class, we need to set a message. Okay, like blog id is not present and all those stuff. So set message. Okay, so so we need to get this message. Okay, this blog id is a required parameter. So how we get that? So create one string variable error message. Okay, after that get this exception method argument found exception variable, and use get binding result dot. After that get field error dot get default message. So this default message give you the message which we defined. Okay, just copy that and pass in error message. Okay, after that we need to return a new, okay, a response entity, and in this response entity we need to pass our global response class, and you need to set a status code. Okay, so http status code is a bad request. Okay, bad request. So after that we need to define one more annotation, which is response status. So in this response status, we need to just define http status dot bad request. Okay, we almost done with our coding. Let's run our application and let's see it's working fine or not. Okay, So our code is our program is running. Okay, so our code is running successfully on 8080. So refresh our Swagger documentation and go to put method. Okay, after going put method, let's try to give a blank blog id and let's see it's working fine or not. Click on execute. So after click on execute, we get blog id is required parameter error. So our code is working fine. Okay, so one issue is found that like data come as null. Okay, so let's give one annotation that will ignore a null values. Okay, so for that we need to use one annotation which is JSON include. Okay, JSON include not null. Okay, just save that and restart our application and let's try it's like working fine or not. Okay, so let's click on execute. So after clicking on execute, that data is equal to null is not coming. Okay, so let's try to implement one more example where we define a custom exception. Okay, so let's go to our block service. Okay, so in block service, in update block, what we are doing, okay, we are checking, we are taking a blog id. Okay, and with respect to blog id we found a blog data. Okay, so sometime is possibility over there, a particular blog which we are trying to found out, okay, in from database, that is not present, so we need to validate that also. So if it is not present, we need to give a proper error message to a front end like that record is not present database. So let's try to implement by using global exception. Okay, so let's first check that the value present or not. So if let's use object utils, object utils. Okay, uh, is empty and is empty, pass this blog id. Okay, so if our object, whatever blog object is empty, just return null. Okay, okay, so after returning a null, okay, let's go to our controller, and in controller we are taking this update blog value. Okay, so if it is value come as a null, we need to throw the exception like record not found in database. Okay, so let's use object utils dot is empty and pass this object. Okay, and if it is empty, so we need to throw the exception. So let's try to implement that. So first we need to create one class, custom class, which is record not found, record not found in record not found, for example. Okay, so record not found, add to get. Okay, and just extend that with runtime exception. Okay, after extending, like we need to give some message to front end, so take one string message variable. Okay, and let's create constructor for this to initialize our value. Generate constructor. Okay, and exception and click on okay. Okay, okay, so this will be initialize our message string. Okay, let's save that. Okay, now let's go to our global exception. Okay, and in global exception, in global exception, let's implement this method also. Okay, just copy this whole method, okay, which we previously we created. Okay, and paste over here. Okay, after pasting, just rename that with handle record not found exception, record not found exception. Okay, and in this exception handler, pass record not found class. I'll just copy that and pass here also, record not found exception. And in this remove this is not required, just we need to get the message. Okay, just paste that. Okay, dot get message. Okay, which we are basically throwing that. Okay, after that we need to give status code as that not found status code, like 404. Okay, just give not found also here, just save that. So let's go to our controller and throw that exception. Click on block controller. Okay, so by mistakenly we create exception in class and controller. Just move that in exception in a right place and click on refactor. And after that, like, go to block controller, and in block controller we defined if condition. Just click on throw. Okay, throw record not found exception, and is in that I just need to pass a message. Okay, the message is like whatever message you need to throw, like record not present in database, record not present in database. Okay, okay, after that we need to catch here also. So click on catch, or directly copy this stuff. Okay, and paste over here. Okay, and after pasting, just rename with record not found exception. Okay, and in the record not found exception, just just throw this exception. Okay, okay, so we done with our coding. So let's restart our system and check let's all working fine or not. And click on stop and rerun. Okay, so our project is restarting. Okay, let's go to a Swagger and just click on execute. Let's check what is message coming. So message coming as a record not present in a database, and a status is 404, means not found. So everything is work fine. So in that way we implement a global exception in our code. Okay, so yeah, that's it from today's video. If you like our video, please give us thumbs up, and if you still have any question, please write down in comment. We will try to address that. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for upcoming videos. And till then, happy coding. Thank you so much.